Hey guys, it's Dave, and this week I'm just going to do a quick run through of some of the cool stuff in Windows 7. I downloaded the beta, I don't know how many weeks ago, maybe almost a month at this point, but I just wanted to do a quick run through of some of the cool stuff. So this is just running inside of a virtual machine inside of OS X. I'm using Parallels, and it's set up to use 512 megabytes of RAM, which is pretty modest for a Windows operating system. If you've used Vista, for example, it's recommended that you at least have about 2 gigabytes to get good performance out of Vista. So this is just a testament to how well Microsoft has been able to make Windows 7 run even on modest hardware. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is just the themes. So you can see I have this nice background here, and this is an example of how Microsoft has switched up the themes in Windows 7. Before, if you ever tried to customize something, you'd always just get a standard wallpaper panel and so forth. So I'll go ahead and bring that up. Here you would usually get just a standard, set your wallpaper, maybe change your screensaver, but now they've added themes. So you can set up your own personalized theme in Windows 7. Right now I'm using a custom theme. It's from Paul Thurrott. He's at winsupersite.com. He also is the host of Windows Weekly on the Twit network, and this is actually where I heard about this. So I downloaded his theme, and now I can use it. And one of the cool things is that if I had Aero turned on, which is another caveat I should probably mention, Aero doesn't work in the virtual machine, unfortunately, so you don't get to see some of the pretty stuff. But you can see here that in his theme, you get a nice green window color, and then he has multiple pictures set up in his theme. And what that lets you do is you can set a slideshow in your theme so that you don't just get one static image all the time. You can have it set so that maybe every day or every couple hours or every time you switch themes, you'll get a new image as your background. So if I go ahead and switch to the standard theme here, you'll see I get the standard fish in the water theme that you've probably seen 1,000 times. And if I go ahead and switch back to Paul's theme here, you see I get an entirely new image for my background, and that's pretty nice. It's just a cool way to customize your operating system. Everybody likes to switch things up a bit, so that's one cool new feature. The other thing I wanted to talk about is this, hopefully I can zoom in. This is a little tricky here doing it in a virtual machine, but the taskbar, if I go ahead and open the start menu, it looks a lot like Vista's taskbar, but then you get over here and this is a little more dock-esque. There's been a lot of discussion over whether this is like sort of ripping off OS X's dock, and actually if I scroll down here you can get a better look at the actual OS X dock. But I think it's kind of splitting hairs at this point. I don't think it's as big of a deal as everybody kind of makes it out to be. It's just like a quick launch bar in Vista or XP, except for now you get actual big thumbnails and you can see what's running and so forth. So I don't think it's as big a deal as everybody seems to make of it. But if I go ahead and just hover over one of these, you'll be able to see that because I don't have Aero running, I just get a little tab telling me what is going on in whatever application. So if I go ahead and open Windows Live Messenger, you can see that's going on right there. Go ahead and minimize it. One of the other cool features is that you can now do split windows. So this is just my blog in a window. This is Windows or Internet Explorer 8. If I drag this over to the left here, it'll automatically fill the left side. You can see it's almost like the left side of the screen is selected. So if I let go, I get half a window. And then if I don't know if this will work with Notepad. This is just my notes of what I wanted to cover in the video. If I go up here and drag this over to the right, yep, it works. So now you can just get a view of both windows at the same time. It's a nice little feature if you're running on a one display machine, so you can get a look at more than one window at a time. Speaking of my notes, I should probably take a look and see what I wanted to talk about. So the other thing is that they've really started to work in the Windows Live Essentials. And I think this is sort of their competition when it comes to like Apple's iLife, except for the Windows Live Essentials suite is completely free and you download it. I'm not sure if they'll package it in with Windows 7 so that it's pre-installed. That would be kind of nice, but the new Windows Live Essentials is pretty cool, and one of my favorite applications is Windows Live Writer. Windows Live Writer is still my absolute favorite blogging application, despite whatever platform you're running. It's completely free, and it does an excellent job, mostly because it pulls down the style. So as you can see, this is set up for my blog. If you've ever been to it, it'll look a little familiar. So I get to see exactly what my blog post will look like without even publishing it. And one step ahead of that, new in this feature, if I just go ahead and fill in some information here real quick. Perhaps I should spell some words correctly. So I fill that in, and if I go down here to this new tab called Preview, rather than just getting the styles of what my post content area will look like, I can actually see what this post will look like in my entire website. Without publishing it, I can see exactly what everything will look like. I can even scroll down through some of my previous posts here, because Windows Live Writer pulls down all your previous posts as well. So you can get a look at everything, see what the new post will look like, and it's just a really nice feature, and as I mentioned, it's completely free. The closest thing I can probably think to of Windows Live Writer on a Mac is Blogo, which I gave a shot not too long ago. It's 25 bucks, and it's a pretty solid application, but I could never get it to pull in my my blog CSS, because I do some weird things in the CSS, like importing one CSS file into another and blah blah blah, so it wouldn't really work as well. And so this is just like a sort of a killer app, in my opinion. I think if Apple were to do something where they switched up iWeb and made a blog editor similar to Windows Live Writer, I think that would be a good thing. But that's just a quick overview of some of the cool things in Windows 7. If there's anything you'd like me to talk about in further detail, please let me know and I'll go ahead and do that. But just like I said, it's an interesting thing, and you should probably give it a shot. I'm not sure if there's still download codes available. I knew that they were limiting it initially, but if you just search for Windows 7 beta, I'm sure you'll be able to find the site that lets you download it. You can install it on your own machine. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.